Hello. We have Tuape. Still don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't remember if you corrected me or not. Anthony, Tuape, and Anthony. Is the T silent? And we got the emojis by Lux. Very cool. It's kind of like dope, but with the T. So Tope. Oh, okay. Tope. I need to remember that. I need to keep that in my mind. So I was working on. Actually, well, there was the live stream that my power went out twice yesterday, and so the live stream just did not go well. I'm actually kind of glad the power went out because the way I was doing that part of the city, I don't know, it wasn't particularly efficient. So I can show you. So I have everything hidden. Um, I was trying last night, I was really trying to figure out a way to do all of the roads and the sidewalks quicker, or quickly at least. And I was going through many different ideas of like cutting out the ground and then kind of trying to smooth it out by hand. And it was just like everything I thought of was just like this is going to take an extreme amount of time. So I ended up coming up with another idea, which is to copy the map layer. There's still another map layer. It's just hidden right now. And I'm basically turning this into like a flat version of where all the roads are going to be. And then I'm going to add elevation to it using the selection tool. How well that's going to go, I'm not sure, but I think this is the fastest way we can do this. And the reason I want to do this is because I'm really tired of doing roads. Like, I just want to be done doing the roads. I just want to get to the buildings. Because I'm like, okay, I'm going to start the bank now. And then I'm just sitting there working on the roads. So I just want to get the roads out of the way. I don't want to do them anymore. I mean, I still will because Founders Island specifically, there's like two layers. So that's going to be a whole thing. But I'm going to push that off until that part of the series. But yeah, I actually just noticed there's a problem over here. And the way I was doing this is I go to orthographic view, and you can tell like where the roads need to meet and stuff. And some of it's I kind of have to change because the landscape I did wasn't totally lining up. Okay, so like this definitely has to change. Okay. So I have to remember my whole thing. I was grinding this out last night. Now I need to remember what I was doing. Let's bring this up. What is up, Alexa? Probably still do something like that. DC Heroes Edits has entered the live stream. Huge fan, dude. I need to go to paint mode. This is a little hard because I think that'll work. I've also been like really trying to get the keybinds down. Like tab, you can use tab to go in and out of edit mode instead of going up here. I need to remember these. G to paint, R. Am I gonna remember that? I don't know. GTR? That's kind of weird. Okay, there we go. The wall's gonna go a little bit into the ocean there, but that's fine. We can fix that eventually. I'm gonna finish off this island. So the way this works is I go over to selection mode, extrude mode, and paint. Select this stuff. And it won't paint everything I have selected, so I can take paint mode and just paint all the roads in. And then go back to selection. Control I, just delete all of this. We'll delete that, and then I'm going to color this. What is up, Watts? Make sure this is 7 wide. And a lot of times it's like you can see it doesn't line up, so I gotta repaint it. How am I doing? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not doing the best, but that's fine. Hope whatever's going on gets better. I actually appreciate that. I hope so as well. What is going on here? Oh, the dam is like cutting that off. If I turn on the dams, we can see where it is. Life is very hard, Anthony. It's very hard. It's too hard. They should put it on easy mode. Okay, you know what I just did though? I like totally erased what was over there. Ooh. Let me look at the map. I'm gonna have to memorize it. Hopefully it's not that complicated. Let's see here. It's a little complicated. No, actually, it's not that bad. Okay, so let's go back in there. I'm definitely. Am I in there? Oh no, I wasn't. Okay. Basically, it goes something like this. Goes like this. And then straight up. And there's actually like a. This definitely connects here. And there's like a ramp that we can't do yet. Now I just gotta fill it in. There we go. I'm just gonna erase most of this area because it's, yeah, look at that. It's a little rough, but that's for future me to solve. So, drink the coffee. Uh, attach race mode. Coffee this late? Yeah. I mean, I just did it because I was streaming. I usually don't stream this late. Hmm. This building's probably gonna go off in the water. Okay, I'm losing my mind. I gotta lock in. I'm doing the roads. I should be able to do the whole thing. And maybe 20 minutes. Maybe, I don't know. If I hurry up. That one is basically done because here's what I'll do. Select this. This is gonna be mostly grass, so I'm not gonna put anything there. 20-minute stream? Well, I might get to the actual, because it's just flat and I need to actually give it elevation. So this is where the zoo is gonna be. Actually, I'm kind of debating whether I actually want Panessa Studios. Because, I mean, like, I don't know. I included it, but I was like, do I really like Panessa Studios that much? Because I could just make the Panessa Studios area the zoo, and then this area is like something else. I do really, I liked the observatory from Gotham Knights. I thought that was cool. I mean, you only go in there for like a single crime mission, which I thought was lame. Because I was like, I thought that was gonna be like a story location, but I could just rip the observatory from Gotham Knights and put it over here. Okay, this stuff is easy. I can just delete everything in here can go. Just select this and this. The rest of it can go. I also downloaded some tools or like some shaders online. I found a fill tool, so that would have helped with the ocean. But that was honestly the only useful tool I could find. Like I couldn't find. Well, there's useful tools, but they're not really for city building, really. Um, how was the game jam weekend? I know it wasn't an actual game jam. It was pretty good, I think. Actually, I've done two game jams. I did, so I did that one. We created a game where it's on itch. You can look it up. It's called Lost in Ground by Stargrease Studio. You basically are contracted by ghosts to uncover their lost items when they died. So you're like a grave digger. It's really bare bones. Like you're given some information. There's a bunch of graves, and you have to kind of figure out which grave you're supposed to go to and dig up, and then you have to find the item inside of the dirt, and you have to like shovel it up. Right now, it's just a bunch of cubes, but we might expand it to something else. And then the other game I worked on was a the theme was too many bugs. So I had a pretty small team. I just worked with one other person because I wanted to be really low key, and we made a game in Godot. Both of these were in Godot. It was a I don't know how to describe it. Like your camera is like outside of this cylinder, and wherever you click on the environment, you have a bunch of these little beetles that will crawl on the walls and stuff to go to the point you clicked at. It's kind of like League of Legends, I guess, where your character goes to wherever you click. Um, and you can like respawn them and stuff. I mean, there was tons of issues, but it's pretty cool. That game's called Bug Hacker, which is also on itch. It's really hard. So I honestly didn't have time to play test the game. It's way too hard, but you can cheat, so it's cool. I wonder how this project went using City Skylines 2. Are there definitely the roads and stuff would make this it would be great in City Skylines. I would just be worried about like the buildings. Like am I really going to be able to create the buildings I want? Like can you create custom buildings in the game with mods? This is going to be hard. This is going to be the hardest area because I'm not going to be doing the top part. I'm just going to be doing the bottom part. And a lot of these roads are like really straight. I might just kind of not make them straight because why not? Barely even going to be able to see this part anyways. Vanilla City Skylines, basically you just zone commercial, residential, and industrial zones, and it generates buildings. Yeah, I played it. I played the first one. Actually, I think I played the second one a little bit, and I was like, this is not really that different. And I didn't play it anymore. With City Skylines, like I had one city that was it was pretty large, and then it just kind of like it felt like a full-time job. Like I was constantly like barely getting by. There's way too many like fires and stuff going on. I don't know. It was just really hard. I couldn't catch a break, man. Okay, this needs to be like more circular. This is like really bad. This area is just crazy. Also, I think there might be like ads on this stream. For those who do see the ads, let me know. Like, I put it on conservative, like, it shouldn't show them a lot. It's only been when I first came in. Very interesting. It might be after I place, or after I finish the live stream, it's gonna do it. I'm telling you, so like YouTube has this new feature where it'll place ads for you, which sometimes is helpful to like, because it'll place it when there's like kind of like dead air or something like that, which is kind of what I do anyways. Um, but it places a lot. I have to delete like half of them. It does so many ads. I'm like, oh my God. Like it'll be like 3 minutes 30 seconds, boom, ad, and then 5 minutes, boom, ad. Like you get 2 minutes and then another ad. On it, but honestly, it's like then there's another option that's like optimize it for each individual person. Like it'll show ads at different times, and it's like, what does that mean? On videos too? Yeah, this I'm talking about videos. I mean, once this live stream ends, it basically just becomes a video. Dude, Founders is going to be a nightmare. This I'm saving this for last. I'll work on this island when I get the play button. I mean, like, has the amount of ads gotten more aggressive lately, or is it just me? I mean, yeah, the ads are ridiculous. Still got another road to do. Yeah, I have an ad blocker, but the I still get some of the ads. They've been really cracking down on it. But like for other things that are not YouTube, you need an ad blocker where you're gonna get so many viruses. It's just horrible. And it's mainly the pop-ups that suck. What I also don't understand is when I'm watching YouTube and it'll give me like the same ads over and over again, I'm like, I think I get it, guys. Like, I'm not gonna get this thing. You might as well stop showing me this ad. Okay, is that all of the... I think that's all of the roads. That was probably the hardest part of the city. Now I do Control I and I delete everything. So much better. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to that 20-minute guess I had. What the heck? That is a totally different design. Uh, I mean, seeing as Founders is gonna be... Founders can be a whole thing. There's gonna be like a whole like seawall. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. So I'm just gonna kind of ignore the landscape over here. Okay, almost done with founders. Dang, this island goes out way further than the original. Okay, just a little bit more. And once I have this landscape, I will be somewhat done with the painful stuff. This can be deleted. Okay, this part. Okay. This white is like the highway, so I have to like go around it. Uh, what the heck? Slightly off. Hope that guy who said they would leave their job is fine. Yeah, I can't remember who exactly that was. What's up with this? There's something wrong here. Oh no, okay. I was just tripping out. I think we're good with this one. This one is not gonna be that hard. Sabik has entered. Oh, has Sabik become a member? Very cool. Welcome. Told you I would join. Yeah, man, thank you. There's one video up so far, and pretty much I actually really like the early videos things because usually the way it goes is I finish a video, like you kind of have to upload videos like at the right time, you know, like 12 p.m. kind of time. But with like members first, I could just like it doesn't matter what time. I just put that thing up and you can watch it when it's actually done and not when I actually have to release it or whatever. Did you move your Crown Bake at Gotham live stream? Because I saw the notification, but it wasn't on YouTube. So what happened was I did the stream, and yesterday I lost power twice, and so yeah, the stream got ruined. And then I tried working on it off screen, and I realized the roads were just a real big pain. So today I'm doing this. I'm laying out all the roads, all the sidewalks, and I'm gonna add elevation so that I never have to do roads or sidewalks again, other than like small fixes. I think I just traced all that out when I really didn't need to. Holy moly. Uh, Gotta add all this land back. For my knowledge, who's Crown supposed to be? I searched on Google and nothing came up. So Crown is one of the families of Gotham that has been around for a long time. I looked it up and I don't think the Crown family's ever really mentioned in Arkham, so that's why I used it. And the families of Gotham. Yeah, the Crown family doesn't really show up that much. Were they in Gotham Knights? I don't know. Hold on. Gotham Knights. Crown. Yeah, yeah, they are. Wait, no, hold on. Oh, the Crown family are on Nightwing's family tree. I think that's from the comics too. I think Halley's Circus somehow related to the Crown family or something. I find that kind of stupid. Like, why just, oh, Dick Grayson also happens to be a part of an important family or whatever. Like, that's a little weird. Yeah, they don't really show up much. You think they could play a role in your version of Arkham Knight? I don't know yet. I'd have to look into the lore a bit more. We have references to Court of Owls in this Gotham. I mean, considering Gotham Knights exists, I don't know. They probably wouldn't be a part of the main story because, like, Gotham Knights, but probably, yeah. The court never shows up in the Arkhamverse. I do they exist at all? I was actually in the stages of I don't think they exist. Interesting. I was in the stages of writing a hypothetical. I say stages, this is like I just started thinking about it and wrote down a few ideas. Um I'm thinking of doing a video of a hypothetical sequel to Arkham Knight that could kind of redeem the series. And it would basically be an Azrael game, but you'd play as other Bat family members. And I thought it'd be cool if like Saint Dumas is the big bad or whatever. Throw in some other characters we haven't seen. What did I just do? Ah, what did I just do? I just changed. Okay. Go back. I always thought Azrael would be a good villain for Robin since he's basically a worse a worse Batman. So the idea I had is I wanted it to follow the Nightfall storyline closer, where because the ending of Azrael, everything Azrael, the setup of Azrael in Arkham City was so interesting, and then they just kind of didn't do anything with it. Um, but like in the Nightfall storyline, he really struggles with like the whole identity of being an angel and stuff like that. And so he's basically isolated himself from the Bat family and ends up, I think he fights Robin in the Bat Cave and like beats up Robin. So like with this game I was thinking like it starts out where Azrael, like you have the happy ending of Arkham Knight or whatever, but it turns out Azrael's a little bit naive. He goes to stop Saint Dumas, confront them because now he knows like, oh, I've been brainwashed the whole time. But when he goes to confront them, like he gets I don't know how to describe it. He gets defeated basically, and they brainwash him again, and they have him do stuff like you'll be playing as him and having to do stuff that he really shouldn't be doing. And then you would end up fighting the Bat family. And I thought it'd be cool if you had like you could play as the Bat family, like you could play both sides of the boss fight. See the map from a 3D perspective? Yeah, hold on. Well, right now the roads I'm doing are completely flat, and I'm gonna add in the dimensionality to it soon. So right now I'm just working on this like flat part, but this is, let me add in the dams. You can see like the water level. I honestly think it's so cool. Water level difference. I don't want to show too much of that. That's a members only video. You can't see that. This is the orthographic view. Okay, one more tile to do. Bat family as boss fights sounds metal. Imagine fighting Dick and Jason. Yeah, I think it would be cool. I love the verticality. That's something that Arkham Knight really struggled with because their taller buildings were pretty short. The issue with Gotham Knights is their buildings were ugly. I think I think Gotham Knights, their buildings were also short, unfortunately. And yeah, there's just a lack of detail with I've already talked about Gotham Knights a lot. There's just wasn't a lot of detail on many of the buildings. Okay, this is the last one I have to do. Might as well. Gosh. When I imagined a sequel to Arkham Knight, I thought that Batman would have to reunite with the Bat family, but for some reason Bruce never shows up. Robin has to hold Gotham. I think that's a comic book. Red Robin. That's kind of, yeah, I kind of wanted something similar, but like this Arkham game that I'm thinking of, just like Batman's gone or something. He's just like, I don't think he's dead, but he's just not there. I don't know. I haven't fully thought about it. Said they wanted to optimize their game. Uh, Recent Gotham Knights has poor performances because they didn't have proper LODs, which is astonishing. I haven't actually really looked into it. I honestly, I think when it comes to that, it's like a lot of it comes down to the fact that they made the map way too big and they couldn't manage it. And they probably just didn't have time to implement better LODs. Okay, now I can dye this color, select all of this, Control I, delete everything. In the end, the one who disappeared with Bruce was captured by the Order of Saint Dumas, who takes advantage of Batman's death and has a great final fight with Azrael, like Batman 2.0. Wait, so like the ending of Gotham Knights? Or like Batman... That sounds a lot like Gotham Knights. My idea was that like Azrael would end up becoming good by the end. Like I was gonna have Azrael just like doing the worst stuff. And then he's at some point he's like, this is messed up. I shouldn't be doing this. Don't say something like that. Gotham Knights is terrible. What a Superman and Batman's world's finest game before Robin, where Batman is just starting up and Superman is just new to the scene. He could play as both characters. That might be interesting. I am gonna make a video soon on what I would do for a Superman game. Okay, why am I messing this up? I think I'm done with that. Okay, now I just need to add the concrete. Truth is, a Superman game can work with an open world following the premise of God of War. Each boss fight, you get slightly more powerful, unlocking new abilities. Already made a prototype for the Superman game, just never really finished. I actually had because a lot of people focus on the abilities thing, like how do you make sure that Superman's not too powerful? But I found a solution to it. I don't want to say it yet because I want to save it for the video. He's gonna have kryptonite. I'm just kidding. That would be stupid. It's not kryptonite, I promise. But I think a God of War system probably would be a good way to do it. I think the one issue I have with Superman is just like I don't really know many Superman villains. I feel like the Superman villain we haven't really seen much is Metallo. I think that's his name. There's supposed to be a bridge here. I need to make sure I add that. Parasite? Let me look up Parasite. Temporarily absorb the life force attributes, memories, and superpowers. I think, yeah. I get this guy mixed up with Metallo. So who is Metallo? Powered by kryptonite, partially or completely mechanical. Okay. Kryptonite robot. Bizarro as well. What's up, Blake Knight? What are some other Superman villains? Because I honestly only know like maybe 5. I mean, there's Doomsday. There's Lex Luthor. There's a lot of villains that are kind of just like Justice League villains. Like, is Brainiac a Superman villain or just kind of like a general DC villain? Atomic Skull. Livewire, Mogul, Silver Banshee. In the comics, Atomic Skull's fire is so radioactive that it has the potential to actually burn Superman's skin, including his clothes. Atomic Skull. Oh yeah, the green guy. Oh wait, no, this is a different guy. This guy reminds me of the Batman Beyond villain. Okay, now I need to figure out where this road should be. Right here. It just goes straight across. Actually, wait, I don't do this road because that road is a part of the highway. So I lied. Okay, I'm pretty much done. I'm not gonna do the other islands for now, just because I'm just gonna do the inner islands. Now, what I have to do is make sure to save. That would be bad. Now I have to, like, kind of fit this to the landscape. How am I gonna do that? I don't actually know. Uh, I do not know. Is the highway bridge a dam? It goes over a dam, yeah. It's like a bridge dam. My original idea for this was to, like, go in, take this, This is just an example. Let's go to free. And like raise this up. I can't even raise it up. Okay, well clearly this system is not very bright. Cut some of them into quadrants. I mean, they're already in quadrants. I don't want them to be in a smaller quadrants. I wish there were no quadrants. Probably best to leave it flat on top, then rework your landscape. I mean, I don't want it to be flat though. I do want it to kind of have elevation to it. And I've already created some of the buildings with that in mind. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, the idea. See, I can do something like this. We're just testing out. When I have this selected, I go here, attach, use voxel color, which everything's at 1. I have to make this like 100 or something. I can just do that. It just means I have to be really smart about it. So it's not that hard. But like there are some of these that are definitely like way lower. Like Founders is way lower than the rest of the map. Hmm. Let me grab it all. So let me see what the highest. This is kind of like what the highest point would be over here. That's very high. Actually, this is where the edge of the island should be. It sucks. I wish I could just like actually work on more quadrants. It's like a saying in game development, it's a problem for a future you to figure out and the current you to find it a therapist. Yeah, but this is the thing that I've been pushing off for too long. I just gotta do it. I'm gonna save it. In fact, I'm gonna make a copy. Just so I have it. So at least I have all the roads here. I just have to do the elevation. There's a way to edit the quadrants, at least the size of the quads. So why do you want me to... You want me to separate things out? I mean, I don't want it to actually fit this landscape because there's issues with this landscape. I just kind of want to generally follow it. I just can't think like, you know, a mountain. So I'm like trying to think of how this would actually work. I have to think like topology right now. Because I'm doing one layer at a time. Because the problem is if I do something like this, I'm kind of stuck. I raise this up like this. That's cool. But then I'm like, oh, but I need to do this. And then it's going to do something weird. When I raise it up. It's going to look like that. It's not impossible. I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm going to have to do this a lot. So like, what is the fastest way? I wish I could do some sort of masking system where I could color pieces of it. Like a height map. But I can't do a height map because that would erase the roads. Hmm. And if I do it this way, it's just gonna take a while. Go back here. Maybe if I get really fast at it and I use like a really big brush. 35. I mean, this isn't bad. I'm just worried, like, let me just finish this tile. As if I was actually doing it. which switching back and forth is killing me. Do something like this. Uh, that looks really bad. Keep forgetting. Keep forgetting to switch. It's not bad. My issue is like when I come out of here, I have to make sure it lines up with the other tile. And like doing it by hand, it's not. The elevation should definitely be more extreme than this, probably. Maybe. Maybe this is fine. I do know that when I bring everything else back, like, it's gonna have to drop off quite a bit. Especially here, like, geez. But I mean, I think this might just be the only way to really do it. Don't do that. Yeah, I think this is just kind of the way to do it. This is clipping though. So this needs to go back up. That needs to go even higher. Oh, that's good. If it's 2D, it will not like go up onto other places. It's still kind of hard. A lot of this will be covered up by buildings anyway, so it doesn't need to be particularly amazing. This has to go up. Fill these in. What the heck is going on here? Oh yeah, because I need to like see underneath everything. I mean, yeah, this is one of those tedious things. But hopefully after this, I won't have to do a lot of this tedious stuff. This thing goes really high up. Might actually just cut this grass out, because that thing goes way too high. It can go high over here, but over here it's like ridiculous. Okay, so to get in there, am I in there? I am. Just erase this. Or do I? Actually want to select it and lower it because I want to be able to actually view the landscape. I'm remaking the thing in Minecraft? Like this map? Oh, the movie thing. Oh. Did that come out yet? July 25th. It did not come out yet. It's actually the one Marvel movie I kind of want to watch. Oh, but you're talking about the Alien the thing. Right? Yeah, 1982. You should watch Germa play the Thing video game. I need to hide the foundations for a second. Also, I'm not going to do all of this on stream because that would be unbelievably boring, but I'm going to do a little bit. There we go. Now when I put the foundations up, there we go. Now it's not like clipping and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. This system kind of works, kind of doesn't. The best I got. And now it's just going onto the landscape. I want to go. Why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. Oh, don't do that. F? What is the zoom button? I'm back. I left because you didn't know what I was talking about, but I'm fine. What? I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the thing from 1982, and I told you you need to watch Germa play it, the video game version, because it's pretty funny. I've been looking at it, but the original is just so good. I don't want nothing to ruin it. I mean, I'm pretty sure the game's like really janky. I think it might be on the Source engine, but I don't. I mean, it's not. You don't have to think of it as like canon. What if I did it the opposite way? I brought it all the way up as high as it can go. I take the erase. I put it on 2D. Watch this. Turn off the fade because it's honestly annoying. I carve it out like this. Check that out. Only issue is I have to keep my finger on the mouse. Oh god. Dude, I just figured out the new system. Is this the new meta? It is. Insanity. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody started doing this. Just to copy me. Crap. Just a floating block. Oh, some grass has shown up. There we go. Oh, the grass, dude. I'm gonna cheat. Just raise this up one. Okay, this system isn't that bad. It is not that bad. I'm thinking it starts to go down here. Actually, I'm doing this completely wrong. What I can do is I can just go here, erase, boom. Why is the grass doing that? Is it like a centimeter higher than the red block? Than the real block? I'm basically trying, so the landscape itself isn't really good enough for me in terms of like what the roads should be, especially because like you can see how the landscape kind of falls off like a mountain. Um, where I want like these big walls to come down and then hit the side of the rocks. So at first I was just kind of like taking the land and turning it into concrete, and it just like it didn't look right. So now I'm kind of doing my own custom landscaping, and some of it is kind of clipping the original landscape, so I have to work around it. I kind of wish there was like a this tool, but only where your cursor went. Sucks that there's not, because I have to do this. This area is going to be crazy. So this is actually the height difference I was talking about. Like, Founders is going to be super low, and like, yeah, the skyscrapers are just going to be freaking like 50 feet above the water. More than 50 feet. There's going to be this giant wall. Could probably try to like lower it a little bit. Okay, so with this one, which we have to make it 100, bring it all the way up. Okay. Dude, I might get real good at this. It's just gonna suck when we get to the bottom. Gonna have to make a new layer. wish you got more attention, mostly from like the Minecraft Gotham community, because I know there's a lot more of those goblins hiding in the floors. Yeah, I yeah, I don't know where those people are. I actually know one person that took this map, actually not this map, but the original, like really long time ago, original draft of the layout, and they made it a world painter map. What am I doing here? It's gotta start going lower. Dramatically. No. Crap. I can just do this. Boom. Boom. Oh, okay, so now I have to actually literally lower the whole thing. And then raise it all up. What is that? Oh, there's a little piece of founders. That actually means I have to make this go super low. Founders. I'll make it like that. Are you going to have different eras and styles of architecture with your islands? I mean, Founders Island's definitely going to be it's going to be similar to Arkham Knight where there's the old buildings on the bottom and then newer buildings. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I haven't really thought about it too deeply yet. Um, I'm kind of just doing a lot of the same thing Arkham Knight's doing, but just exaggerated and doing a lot more of it. But I probably will kind of look into it because the what I'm thinking is we have this kind of area has its own kind of style, And then this area has its own style, and then Bleak Island has its own style. Okay, you can unselect now. Just gonna do that. But if y'all have any ideas, definitely let me know. Dude, yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. How does that even happen? Just don't question the geography of like how there's an island with like really low island and then like a super tall island. Maybe they dug it out for some reason. I don't know why they would do that though. The sea level has risen a little bit, which has kind of messed this area up, but I don't know why it's necessarily that tall. Forgot, but did you say you're going to include the background locations from Arkham Knight, Wayne Manor, Arkham Island, New Gotham, Bloodhaven? Um, so for right now, while I'm working on this central islands here, I'm not worried about it. But in the future, I I think like honestly, if I complete this series, that means the series has like done well somehow. Like I've gotten a considerable amount of views from it, and I want to keep going. So at that point, yeah, I'll definitely move on to other islands. And like I'm not sure at this point if it's like maybe I want to actually make those what do you call it? I'm unsure if I want to do remakes of the other games or if I just keep them like exactly the same. Cuz there's definitely things about Arkham City I wish were a bit different. I wish it was more like the concept art. But the thing with that is I the map is literally at the bounds of what it can be right now. So when I do expand, I have to like start new maps and like stitch them together later somehow. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. This needs to go really low. Yep. Control Alt. Control A. For now, I'm just gonna keep Founders like in the air. Wait, I have to start here. This isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, fortunately. What's going on? Could be a similar story to Manhattan Bay, how they just build up several layers above the islands. That's true. It just kind of doesn't explain. Oh, you mean like they literally put like dirt? Certain cities are built on top of old cities. That's true. Like maybe this mound of dirt isn't actually the actual height of the island, and we could just pretend that this is actually just like a lot of concrete and the island is relatively a similar height. This one's gonna have to go. Somehow get that low. Oh, don't do that. Oh. 100. I love cities built over cities like Rome. How do you say that? I'm not even gonna try. Istanbul. Is it Sao Paulo? There's like literal buildings. Also, New York, where they just built on top of old buildings and cover them up with cement. That's why New York started to have foundation issues. Yeah, yeah, that's true. You could add like a jaggedy coastline to sort of how the animated series portrayed their bigger central. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. I know here I want there to be like sewer pipes and stuff coming out the side and like tunnels, and maybe there's kind of a tunnel that goes around parking garage. There will be parking garages because this is a hotel district right here, so perfect place for parking garages. Okay, what am I doing? Erase this. Let me actually put the... This is the Herald. Yeah, so I still need to like really. It's not that far off. I'm gonna have to kind of repair it a bit. Okay, I want to go. Okay. You can expand Port Adams, a large dock area. Looks super cool with the ship like the final offer. I don't know if I have room. I'm not really gonna do Port Adams on the mainland area or the central Gotham area because I thought in Arkham Knight it was kind of a waste of space. If I do Port Adams, it'd probably be somewhere over here. That makes sense because like why is there a giant port in central Gotham? You should include the bridge to Metropolis. You guys are asking for a lot right now. Do you guys see what I'm working with? There's no the bridge to Metropolis is just not even on this map. I can't even fit it. There's no space. I've hit my limit. We trust you'll do something incredible with the space you have. I will try. I will try. What is this? There's like a... I think this is an underground road. That's like not actually supposed to be there. Okay, the land... Let me back up a bit. Back up a lot. We got some issues. Do you like any suggestions or ideas for anything you're having trouble with? Um, I mean, Not necessarily. Not really working on any buildings. It's all terrain. Should include a lot of sky bridges. I will include sky bridges. It's hard to add them in the videos because I need more buildings. Once I have a bunch of buildings, I can connect them together. Do you feel like your channel's been doing better after the changes? I don't know. I feel like I've been getting less views. I've been putting a lot more stuff out, especially in terms of shorts. I'm trying to be more consistent. But yeah, I expected the landscape video where I was building the landscape of the map. I thought that would do a lot better, but not really. And the Lego one, I thought the Lego one would kind of pop off, but it's at 700 views. The shorts get a lot of views, but that's just kind of by design. And I say a lot, it's more like 1,000. Not really anything crazy. But shorts views are just way easier to get and they're not really as important. Do collabs with bigger YouTubers? I don't really know any bigger YouTubers. How low do I want this part to go down? Pretty low. I think I've burned all my bridges with the Arkham community. I think I'm gonna burn more bridges with the Arkham community because I have some video ideas that are kind of like response videos to I just see a lot of people making like really basic takes on things and I'm like we need to think a little bit deeper about this. Do some movie videos? Yeah. There's not many movies I've been looking at. I am doing the. Hopefully, I can do the Superman game idea video on time so that it lines up with the release of the movie. I'm actually curious. Out of everyone here, have you guys seen the video of the priest reviewing Arkham Shadow? Am I the only person who saw that? And I mean, they had a crazy take. I didn't say anything though, because it's a priest. And I was like, okay, a lot of people respect the priest, so I'm not gonna say anything. That's their space. They can do what they want with their space. I haven't seen. Have you played Arkham Shadow? I could not play it. I didn't have a VR, but I did watch it. And I have issues with the game, but I also really, really respect the game. And I respect the developers a lot. And I can see that they tried. But there's some things about the game that I think they fumbled. Fumbled in like a it was almost great kind of way. Gotta bring this all the way up. Can I do all of Miyagani today? I gotta turn this back on. Where is it? Oh, it doesn't do it for the other pieces. It's hard to see. Played a little bit and the fighting is super fun. I'm sure it is. I honestly really like when the game got announced. I was so I immediately dismissed it. Especially knowing because it was from Meta's new like gaming department and I was like, "Oh, I don't know." Cuz Meta's been funding a lot of game projects recently. But I was very wrong. I guess I'll never know because my ocular issues, born with motion sickness, the VR disagrees with me. That sucks. I haven't really used VR too much, so I don't know if I'm really prone to the motion sickness. Are you building the Bank of Gotham next? If so, what are your ideas and inspirations for your take on the skyscraper? Um, I can show you just because you remember. You know what? I will show you my references. There's not that many. You move the headset. Oh, my issue is just the lag when you move the headset and you're standing. It's like so much delay that it makes me feel dizzy. Interesting. I feel like that might be a solved issue. Do you have like the newest headset? Or is that just kind of inherent problem? Okay. What am I doing? These references are not very extensive, I'm gonna be honest. Let me switch over to this display. You can see the whole screen now. No, you can't. Now you can. So like I was thinking, this is the Gotham City Bank from Arkham City. Gargantuan. Obviously not gonna make it look like this because the gameplay on this would be really boring. So I want to kind of keep the same idea with this Aspire, so Empire State Building for sure. This is kind of my idea. This, I won't say what I have this for. I have an interesting concept. This is like the general shape. I have a really interesting concept with the middle of the building where there's kind of like a giant atrium that goes all the way up the entire skyscraper. But it's like enclosed in glass, like this. Because if you play Dishonored, there's this location called the Royal Conservatory, and through this glass is like an inner. It's kind of like still outside, but enclosed. It's hard to explain. I was also looking at this. I don't even know where this is from. New Brighton or Britain. Yeah, those are my ideas. Not too crazy. And the Woolworth building. Always have to have the Woolworth building. My first experience with VR was PSVR. I mean, maybe the new VR is better. I am not sure. Because I remember in one of the videos I made, I was criticizing VR. I was like, there's like motion sickness. And then like a bunch of VR defenders came in my comments and were like, that's a solved issue. You're wrong. Wait, I'm being stupid. Not the VR defenders. Are you gonna keep the giant letters at Gotham City Bank? No. Because like I mean I know why they did it in Arkham City, but it's kind of ridiculous that every building just has a big neon sign that's like, I'm this building. Like City Hall has a giant neon sign. Why would they put a giant neon sign on City Hall? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this building. It's in my way. I wish the outlines would extend to the other places, but it doesn't. Ah, I messed up. Okay, there's like grass here. Hmm. Yeah, let me. Bro, what is going on? There we go. What's going on in the chat? Is it gonna have a cool name or just be called Second National Bank of Gotham? Well, it's the Crown's Bank of Gotham. Crown's Family Bank of Gotham. So now I need to go over here and question mark, I don't know. I think I just lowered this too early. This is an awkward piece. Durple has entered. Make me on there. You got it, dude. Dude, Durple's in the chat right now. What the heck? Shoot. No, don't do that. What the heck? The grass is being annoying. I have to take it into my own hands. Durple is such a good name. Like, imagine saying I'm gonna go Durple mode. That would shut the room up. I'm gonna go Durple mode. I'm stealing that. I'm gonna use that word. What is that? Finally. There's 0 clipping. I'm on the wrong thing. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was like, what the heck? This is getting really... Hmm. Okay, so this has to connect here. Um, Hold on, I'm looking at Derple's YouTube channel. What? What is this? Message to @freakward888. That was, wait, 12 days ago? Derple joined in 2006? What? This channel doesn't make any sense. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna finish this part, these two parts, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Crap. Crap. Okay, so Western Miyagani is complete. Bring back the landscape. Wait, how high is that? Jeez, that's really high up on this side. Some crazy walls. I might build up some rocks on the side so it doesn't look as weird. Oh, and the grass. It's being weird. Gotta go back to work. See you later. I was just about to leave anyways. Okay, well, I mean, this worked out better than I thought it was going to. I'll probably do the rest of this off stream. I'm not sure. We'll see. Starting soon. I need a BRB screen for these. All right. Thank you, everybody who dropped by. Thanks to the VOD watchers. If you're watching this and it's a VOD, you're a gamer. That's all I gotta say. But thanks, everyone. I'll see you maybe tomorrow. Maybe the day after tomorrow. You never know. Goodbye.